So, I made a bow, actually quite a while ago, and it wasn't until yesterday that I posted a picture of it on the subreddit, and I told people, oh hey, yeah, check out this bow I made. It has, made it with no hacks, cheats, exploits, mods, anything like that. I'm not gonna let this go, I love these things. Half the people called shenanigans, the other half, wanted a guide, so that's just what this video is. Okay, hope you don't mind me. Ooh, I have Daedric stuff just lying around. Just that, though, dang. No weapons? No good weapons? No? Drat, okay. Hope you don't mind me, not editing this too much. Because, if I'm gonna get it out today, it can't really be too professional. I'm gonna make 3... I guess I'll just make a Daedric bow instead of a whatever one. I was gonna make a Dragonbone bow, just make a Daedric one. Quick, a little bit quicker. Faster, whatever. Daedric, this is just gonna be the stuff I make to show. Pair of boots, pair of gauntlets, need the bow I said I was gonna make, and let's go ahead and make a Warhammer. Gonna need 2 more ingots. No. Yes, 2 more ingots. Don't have any ingots. Okay. Yeah, again, sorry for not editing this, but whatever. And just pretend I don't have that dagger. Not that it changes anything. So, what you're going to need for this is 100 and a lot of skills, the respective perks, and to make it as powerful as possible, the Dragonborn DLC. I don't have any mods which affects gameplay, but I do have all the DLC. So, you know, the official DLC, that is. Not, well, anything that isn't official would be a mod. So yeah, Dragonborn DLC. I have the vanilla game with no mods that affect the gameplay. A lot of graphical ones, though. As you can see, Beast Form. I do have all the perks in the game, but I have Beast Form, so the Necromage perk, I'm not going to get any Fortify Restoration from that. The Fortify Restoration thing is a bug. I don't use that in this, because it is cheating. It is a bug. It is an exploit. You're not supposed to be able to fortify your Restoration to make better potions. They have a Fortify Alchemy enchantment for that. So yeah, it doesn't use any of that. Materials are going to need probably 20 or 30 Grand Soul Gems. Might as well just grab those. You're going to need Fortify Enchanting stuffs. Alchemy ingredients, that is. Hagraven Claws, perfect. I know I have Spawn Ash. Spawn Ash, where did that go? There it is. Let me go ahead and grab a Saber Cat Tooth, because I'm going to need that for Fortify smithing, and then I'm going to take Glow. I'm going to take Blister Wart. No, I'm going to take a Glow Mushroom, because I have a bunch of those. A, C, D, F, G. Glow Mushroom. There we go. 333. Okay. So you need the alchemy ingredients. You need the Grand Soul Gems. You need stuff to enchant. Gauntlets, helmets, rings, and necklaces mainly. I have some hide. And I need to make some necklaces and such. You're going to want 100 smithing, and really, it doesn't matter what perks you put into it. You might want the arcane one in case you enchant first. You also want to have the respective perk of whatever weapon you're making. It doesn't really matter too much for the armor. It's just the weapon. Because you can get any armor set in the game, whether or not it has a respective perk, up to well past the armor cap. But then for well past the armor cap. So it's not really for armor. Just pick the respective perk for whatever weapon you're using. I'm gonna go for perks, I guess. You're gonna want 100 enchanting, 5 out of 5 enchanter, insightful enchanter, fire, frost, storm enchanter, extra effect as well. I recommend having corpus enchanter because I use some of the health enchantments as well. Again, 100 smithing you're going to need, and then pick whatever respective perk goes to your weapon. You're going to want, and by want I mean need, 100 alchemy, 5 out of 5 alchemist, and then benefactor, which means you're also going to have to get this. Oh, that's interesting. So yeah, you're going to want Benefactor as well. And then, this is important, you're going to want, did I pass it? Yes, I did. 60 Destruction with 2 out of 2 Augmented Frost, Shock, and Fire, because those actually affect the respective enchantments. And it really, really stacks in together with the Chaos enchantment from the Dragonborn DLC. So, might as well get started. Oh, another thing you're going to need. This Asdal armor set from the Dragonborn DLC. When you wear all of this, it boosts your enchanting by 10. That's why I had 110 enchanting instead of 100. And you're also going to need the Black Book, the Sallow Regent. So, might as well get started with that. So, I'm going to start off with the Seeker of Shadows perk that boosts any Shadows-related skill, including Alchemy. That's the Sorcery perk. It boosts any Magic-related skill, including Enchanting. That's the Might perk. It includes any physical Barbarian kind of skill, including Smithing. You're going to need all 3 of these perks. You're going to need this book. Really increases the power of what we're doing. So, we have the Seeker of Shadows perk. This is the basic concept. We're going to make a Fortify Enchanting Potion, which will make our enchantments stronger. Then we're going to make a Fortify Alchemy Potion then we're going to make Fortify Alchemy Armor through enchanting. So we're going to make better potions to make better enchantments, to make better potions to make better enchantments, and so on and so forth until it hits the cap. Just grab the Seeker of Shadows perk, so I'm going to start off with Alchemy, I suppose. Going to make 2 of these. And now we're going to go enchanting. Excuse me. So we are going to want to go ahead and grab the Seeker of Sorcery perk, because that's going to boost our enchanting by 10%. Well, all of our magic skills, but specifically enchanting is what we want. Okay. And again, the Fortify Alchemy stuff is gauntlets, helmet, ring, and necklace. I have a bunch of those cheap. I do have that Daedric stuff I just made. I need to store it somewhere just because I don't want to have it interfere when I'm enchanting. So I guess I'll put it in this chest for the time being. Daedric bow, Daedric warhammer, Daedric boots, and gauntlets. And of course you can make a full set, but I'm just trying to show that I can get the stats up there. So I don't really need to make a whole set. Have plenty of those, so just double enchanting before I waste a potion. Yeah, good to go. I need all of that with Fortify Alchemy on it. So, before you enchant, make sure you have the Seeker of Sorcery perk, make sure you're wearing the Asdal armor set, and then make sure you drink a potion. And then you can go to town. Fortify Alchemy. And of course you want to use Grand Soul Gems for this, obviously. 33%. I don't know if I'm going to get all of them on this one potion. That would be nice. Yes, I did. Nice. Yeah, and a few seconds left to spare. Not too bad. So, now we equip this new alchemy gear. Then we're going to go ahead and go back to Apocrypha and snag the Shadows perk. I would have just said, and you keep doing this process over and over again until you get to a certain point, but some people were calling actual shenanigans, so I'm just going to show the full process. But that's pretty much what you do. Make stronger potions, make stronger that, and you keep going back and forth until your armor is at 41% for alchemy. We're just going to go ahead and do that now. I'll probably have an annotation of some sort. I'm just drinking that to get rid of it. Probably going to have an annotation of some sort for skipping through all of this. And see, instead of 17%, now it's 38%. Much stronger. Da-da-da-da. Asdal. Sallow Regent book. As far as the best bow, definitely the Dwarven crossbow. because it has decent stats, and especially when you start doing this, the only type of weapon that really kind of sucks is anything below steel. Once you go to steel or higher, I mean it's a very small difference. Holy crap, that moved. I hate it when it moves. It freaks me out. So the Dwarven Crossbow is going to have really, really, really close physical damage to anything else, but then it also ignores the 50% of armor, which is really nice. So, fortify. Oh, I made 4 of those potions? I thought I made 2. I could have sworn I only made 2. I can't believe I wasted those ingredients. That sucks. 39% instead of 33%, as you might see. My voice cracked there. It's retarded. There we go. 39% armor now. Now we're going to go ahead and equip that. Gold necklace. Going to drop that one. Gold ring. Going to drop that one. Hide bracers. Going to drop that one. Hide helmet. Going to drop that one. Don't need that anymore. Going to want to grab the Secret of Shadows perk. And know that once you get to the cap, you don't have to keep going back and forth for this anymore. Then you just have the you'll have a full set of Fortify Alchemy gear, which is just what you need. And then I go ahead and combine that with Fortify Smithing gear. So then there's just one set of 5 items, and anytime I smith, I grab the set. Anytime I make a potion, I grab the set. So, let me go ahead and blow all of these potions I have. Could have sworn I only made 2. Might be some kind of a glitch. This house is very glitchy. Yes, I don't need anything for that. So, Fortify Enchanting. And now they're at 42%. What do you know? Maybe it's my keyboard. Maybe I'm accidentally double-clicking because of this keyboard. Let me check. Yeah, see, it only made 2 that time. Good. Now we're going to go Enchanting. Da-da-da-da. Sallow Reach. It might have been my keyboard now that I think about it. Nice mechanical one. Blue switches. But I've had it for a few years now, so clean it again. Sorcery, because we're about to go Enchanting. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. 2 potions, good. And I do have the gear to enchant, right? I wouldn't want to waste a potion. Yeah, okay. So I'm probably going to need to make a little bit more of that gear. Now that I think about it. By alchemy. Yeah, I'm going to need to make more of that gear. Thought I'd get away with 3. I'm probably going to need 5 or so. Yeah, I shouldn't have a gold ring left over. Okay, so I guess I'll wear the new armor for the time being. 40% instead of 39%. It does increase past this, don't worry. It does get stronger. We're not at the cap yet. 39%. Where am I? 40? There's my 40%. Toss that out. Okay, so, gonna need... I already have 1 set of hide bracers. I'm gonna want to make, I guess, 3 more. You know what? Just give me a bunch of this leather. I'll make some. And then, I don't have any gold here, so I'm gonna have to actually make some. That's 1 ingot. 2, 3, 4, 5. Transmute. 1 ore. 2 ores. 3 ore, I believe, actually. 4 ore. 5 ore. 6 ore. 7 ore. 8 ore. 9 ore. And of course my magicka. Almost wrecked by then. And that should be the last one. Yeah, good. Need the jewelry. Gotta get it somehow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I did have a gold ore on me before that. So, hide. I already have one of those. So 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Actually gonna make one of those. Gonna need that later. As far as jewelry goes, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's 4 each. So I shouldn't need too much more of that. Pretty heavy right now. Okay, so we have the alchemy gear on. Let's go ahead and grab the Seeker of Shadows perk. Cellar region. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to put some kind of an annotation to skip all of this. This is more just proof to show that this isn't shenanigans of any kind. Wonder how well this, no, it doesn't have any fortify. Potions, might as well just make one, not waste the alchemy ingredients. There we go, 43%, you see that? 43%, yeah. So, Azadel armor, Sallow Regent, gonna go for the, sorcery perk, Secret Sorcery, Soulstein. Okay, gotta do this quickly. Fortify Enchanting, because I have 30 seconds to do this. Gold necklace. Fortify Alchemy. Grand Soul Gem, Alchemy. Ring. Bracers, Alchemy, Grand Soul Gem. Come on. Bam. New alchemy gear. I didn't actually even see what that was at. 41%. Boom. Actually, now that I think about it, 41%, that is the cap. Toss that one out. Toss that one out. So yeah, that's actually the cap, 41%. Your armor isn't going to get any. If you can keep going back and forth, but it's going to cap at the 41%. So, Sallow Regent. Now that we have the 41% alchemy armor, we can go ahead and make all of these enchanting potions. Not have to worry about alchemy anymore. Actually, gonna have to make the smithing potion now, and then I'm also gonna have to make alchemy is 44% better. And then the smithing potion, check this out. 174% better. Boom. It's amazing. And just as a little reference, I don't know off the top of my head what the Fortify archery or two-handed perks or anything like that are. So I do actually know two-handed. I'll make two-handed. It's the same for one-handed, two-handed, smithing, alchemy, or not alchemy, archery, and a bunch of other skills for some reason. I have no idea why. Dragon's Tongue, gonna need some of that for two-handed. I'll make one. And then, Troll Fat, I know is another one. Yeah, two-handed. So I'm gonna make a Fortify two-handed potion. See, also 174%. And then I believe I have a bunch of Fortified Marksman potions in this barrel. Yeah, and see, 174%. It's all 174%. So, now that I have all of that, I'm going to do one last set of... Actually, I'm going to do quite a few enchantments now that I think about it. Oh, now I have 2 of those potions? That's some kind of a weird glitch. That 2 potions were made instead of 1 with 1 ingredient. This house is so weird. Whatever. Whatever. Not like the unofficial patch ever really fixed most of the bugs anyways. I've had more trouble with it than I've had success. Shouldn't really blame that on the patch. I don't know what's doing that. Well, it didn't fix it. Guess I can blame it. So, now we're going to do all of our enchanting. All of it. Let's go ahead and grab the stuff we're going to enchant. Boots, bow, gauntlets, warhammer. Oh, and I forgot I'm going to need, Oh, I can't believe I forgot this. Going to need... Gonna need a helmet. What do I need for a Daedric helmet? For the bow. Helmets. 3 ebony and a Daedra heart. That's strips. 3 ebony. No, I'm actually gonna need 4 ebony. And 1 Daedra heart. Already have all the strips. Daedric. Helmet. There we go. So the enchanting we're going to do now is on all of this crap, obviously. 44% stronger enchantments. That's the strongest this is going to go. Foe. So for the strongest damage, unless you're using Stalrum, because then that's probably even higher damage, you're going to want to do shock damage and then chaos damage. And I'm going to quickly explain this. So time is frozen now, so I can explain this. You may have saw that the shock damage was originally something low, and now it's 172, and the chaos damage is all the way up to 273 for each element. The reason for that is the augmented shock, frost, and fire perks in the destruction tree. Those actually increase the respective enchantments as well. And when you have more than one going at the same time, like if you were to do just fire, it'd be lower than if you did fire and shock. Each of those enchantments would increase, because then the augmented shock and fire would build off onto each other. And when you have the chaos enchantment, it really goes crazy, because then the fire is also improving the frost, and the frost is also improving the shock, and the shock is also improving the fire, and then you also have another shock enchantment in there. So it's the bonuses from those perks are just stacking on top of each other, and it produces this really crazy high magic damage. That's what you're seeing. So what do we have next? Let's see. Daedric boots. That's going to be two-handed. Two-handed, gonna go ahead and go with resist shock, might as well. And you can see 67%. That's the maximum you're gonna get for a fortify a weapon of any kind. Fortify enchanting. Daedric gauntlets, here's an important one. We're gonna want archery and two-handed. Grand Soul Gem, 67% as you can see. What else do I have? I know I have the Warhammer and the helmet left. Warhammer, helmet, yeah, and that'll be fine. So let's go ahead and grab some more of these potions. Daedric Warhammer. Shock damage. Chaos damage. Oh, I probably could have done the next one without a potion. Whatever. Gonna go ahead and grab the helmet. Gonna do fortify archery, and might as well go ahead and get water breathing. Why not? So, all of the gear. Oh, I forgot, I'm also gonna need a ring and an amulet. Now that I think about it. Good thing I didn't forget that. Good thing I have rings and amulets left over, too. So, and this isn't my usual enchanting setup either. I usually do much different enchantments. Might even go ahead and showcase that on a set of armor or something. I'm going to do the ring, fortify archery, fortify two-handed, grand soul gem. There we go. Now let's check, double check our enchantments, just so I don't... Two-handed, two-handed archery, archery, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that, and that. Good to know. Oh, and now that I think about it, I have to make, good thing I didn't forget, going to want to make gold necklace to have both fortify alchemy and fortify smithing. I can't believe I almost forgot the fortify smithing part. It's very important. Would have had to go back. Wouldn't have been fun. Ring. Fortify alchemy. Fortify smithing. Fortify enchanting. Bracers. It's fortify alchemy. Fortify smithing. And then this last one I should easily be able to do with one potion. Hide armor can only do smithing, not alchemy. And then the hide helmet can only do alchemy, not smithing. So, that makes our new... Drop that. Drop that. This is our alchemy slash smithing ring, our alchemy slash smithing necklace, our smithing armor, our alchemy smithing gauntlets, and might as well wear the helmet. Why not? Because we are done with enchanting. And now, anytime you fortify your weapons at a grindstone or your armor at a workbench or whatever they are, you're going to want to wear both your new Fortify Smithing gear as well as grab the Fortify Might perk. And this Fortify Might perk does, it boosts all of those skills like smithing and archery and two-handed and all that. So it's going to improve the smithing of the weapon, increasing the damage that way. But then you're also getting an extra 10% damage just from the perk because it's also fortifying, you know, one-handed and two-handed and smithing and all that jazz. Oh yeah, I have fortified smithing potions on me. That's not a big deal, I have 2 of them. So, wearing all the gear, have the Fortify Might perk, and you're saying, oh wow, that damage isn't the same. You'll see in a second, don't worry. You will see the damage skyrocket in just a second. Daedric boots, Daedric gauntlets, Daedric helmet, and I don't care about any of that. Now, let's show the damage. First thing we're going to do is wear Daedric boots for two-handed, Daedric gauntlets for two-handed. We're going to wear that for archery, the helmet. Actually, those are archery and two-handed, now that I think about it. Oh no, the boots. The boots are just two-handed. That's archery and two-handed. That's just archery. And then there are the respective rings. Two-handed and archery, two-handed and archery. So, 4 items for both archery and two-handed that all, or each individually, increase the stats by 67%. So now if you look at the damage... Oh gosh, it hasn't updated or something. Yeah, there we go. I have to go in and out of the menu for it to update or something. Now it has 1,214 damage, which seems like a lot more. But that's still not the damage you saw, and the way you get that is you drink one of these potions that corresponds with the respective skill, and then you get the crazy high damage, like 3,327, plus an additional, like, 991 damage, up to 991 damage from the magic. So that's how this is done in the vanilla game. Well, with the Dragonborn DLC, but, you know, that counts. Oh, I show it works for archery as well, let me grab one of these marksman potions. Drink one of those pretty quickly. In, out. Gonna go to the bow, and there you can see 3,061 damage on the Daedric bow. Oh, probably more if I had, like, dragon bone arrows. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, that's how you get to these crazy high damage values in the vanilla game. You just watched me, from start to finish, use vanilla materials in the vanilla game without mods, well, without gameplay mods or anything that would affect this, get up to well over 4,200 or so damage a hit. So, that's pretty much how this is done. That's the process. The actual enchantments I'd put on the armor are much different. I'm going to try to load a different save. It very well may just crash the game, so this may be the end of the video. If it doesn't crash, then I'll show you my preferred enchantments on armor and such. So, let's hope for the best. Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. Come on, Skyrim. You can do it. 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 Come on. Come on. Yes! Nice. Normally when I load a older save while recording, it crashes. So, yeah, this is what I'm using now. And check out the steel dagger. Without the fortify one-handed potion, I have it up to 947 physical damage, plus the, well, not as much magic damage, but, you know. So, these are my preferred enchantments on armor and such. It depends on what you're doing. If you're doing sword and board, it's going to be different than if you're doing dual wielding or like sword and spell. And it's going to be different if you do two-handed, obviously. This is an example of sword and board. The armor is always the same for me. It's fortify health and health regeneration. Not much you can put on armor, or the helmet for the matter. For the helmet, I always do archery and then water breathing, because, I mean, the second enchantment, why not? The gauntlets, I always do either one-handed or two-handed, depending on what I'm doing, and then archery. So that way, I only need 2 gauntlets. Just 2 separate sets of gauntlets, and then I can do anything with those. One that is archery and two-handed, and then one that is one-handed and two-handed. Because I usually have some kind of ranged weapon on me, as well as a melee weapon. So that's how I get that done. For the boots, this is definitely going to change. If you're doing sword and shield, then I recommend one-handed and stamina regeneration. If you are doing sword and spell or dual wielding, then I recommend doing one-handed and resist shock. And that's because when you do sword and board, you also get the shield for enchantments, and I usually throw resist shock on top of that. That way, I get, because there are also these amulets I haven't shown you. The amulet is always going to be either one-handed, two-handed, or archery, along with resist fire. And then the ring is always going to be either one-handed, two-handed, resist, or archery, or resist, along with resist frost. Goodness, the stuttering. That way, between, if you're doing sword and board, then the shield, the ring, and the amulet. If you're doing anything else, then the boots, the ring, and the amulet. You're going to have 77% elemental resistance from all of the respective destruction spells. And you might say, oh, well, I'm just going to do the magic resist. Magic resist only goes up to a certain point, and then the elemental spells will go on top of that. And especially if you're not like a Breton or something, or you don't have all of the resist magic perks, like from the Alteration Tree, and from that one quest in Riften at the Temple of Mara, then you're not going to have a lot of magic resist anyways. But just ignore that point. There is a reason for getting the specific resist elemental spells. I've already gone over the helmet, I've already gone over the shield, the gauntlets, the boots, and the armor, and the ring and the amulet. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. So, thank you for watching, I guess. I hope this proves to you that I'm not cheating or BSing you about those weapons being vanilla. And, yeah, if this helped you, and you're gonna do this in-game yourself, then go ahead and leave a like or comment or something, because I like to know that I've helped people. I like the fuzzy feeling, you know? So, yeah, thanks for watching.